All right. Good morning and good evening if you're watching us from other parts of the continent. And tonight, once again, welcome to 60 Minutes on Afrique 24. This is where we analyze the issues making top stories in politics in our country. And tonight I've got the story of ODM, and the wrangles within ODM. And tonight Kenya once again is witnessing something that has never been seen before in a political movement. I hope you can hear me loud and clear. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clear. I can see those in Mtembei watching, people on Africa X page. Thank you very much for tuning in, and of course, as in your diaspora for tuning on to this particular edition. And habari zenyu na karibu sana tena katika kipindi cha Africa 24, and this is 60 minutes where we analyze for you the politics as it happens, raw, unfiltered. You know, most of the time, the mainstream media cannot give you what we give you here on this particular channel. So let me first of all confirm that my audio is indeed very, very loud and clear. Perfect. Can see a thumbs up there from our viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in. And of course, yes, as I told you, we are going to analyze deeply the wrangles within the political party called ODM, and ODM without Raila. And we anticipated this many years back, that this party will go into a lot of problems without having proper structures to manage the Orange Democratic Movement. If it depended on one person called Raila Odinga, then there will be something wrong when he's missing. Remember, there was a famous quote by most of the leaders in ODM. Baba akisema left, ni left. Baba akisema right, ni right. Baba akisema center, ni center. So there was no structure, there was no reference in the party's constitution on how they could handle a situation without Raila Odinga. So what we are seeing is not confusion, it is exposure for more than 2 decades, that's 20 years. ODM survived not because it was strong, but because Raila Odinga was strong. He is, and his death did not create the ODM crisis. It revealed the ODM crisis. Raila's death revealed that indeed there has been a problem in ODM. Yani kulikuwa na shida katika chama cha ODM. Hata kama Raila alikuwa hai, kulikuwa na shida, lakini alikuwa anafunikia hizo shida za chama. Yeye mwenyewe ndiye alikuwa amezifunikia kabisa. ODM, is it really divided? ODM is not divided because Raila is gone. Ama Raila ametuacha. No, it's not divided. ODM, it is divided because Raila was the only agreement holding the party together. Sidhani kama mmesikia hapo. Raila was the only glue that was holding that party together. And tonight we ask a simple question. But it is one of the most uncomfortable questions that you'd ask. Maybe I would ask Daniel. Thank you very much for tuning in, Daniel. Asante sana. Thank you for the thumbs up. I will ask the most uncomfortable question. What is ODM without Raila Odinga? What is the ODM party without Raila Odinga? Leave a comment on our YouTube page, Freak24. If you have not subscribed, make sure that you've gone to that particular page and subscribed. And we will ask you that simple question: what is ODM without Baba? Sijui unafikiria aje huko nyumbani, but mimi naona kuna shida hapa mbele, kuna shida kubwa pale mbele na tumeanza kuziona zikijitokelezea. And for many years Raila played three roles at once. He was the leader, the referee, and the political shield. He absorbed electoral losses, betrayal, and contradictions. Hawa viongozi Raila alikuwa amewafunika, yani hata wale wafisadi alikuwa anawasanitize, anawapendekeza, lakini sasa they are exposed to public scrutiny. They're exposed. Each and every leader is exposed. Some of them now you see them having interactions with the constituents, showing development projects that they are doing and all that. That is because they know that they are now more exposed than ever. People want accountability. And Baba used to have them as his foot soldiers. So now the exposure is there. And you can see it in all the strongholds, especially the ones in Nyanza. There are other places you wouldn't see this glaring a lot, but the people making the loudest noise is strongest base, and that is the Luo Nyanza base. And of course, Coast has also joined the fray. So without ODM, within ODM, there are also people that I would call radicals, people like Babu Wino, people like Sifuna, people like Amisi, people like James Orengo. They grew up in the radical movement right from the days in campus. So you cannot change their attitude about issues. They confront issues as they come. And they are also moderates. And there are also those who go on the streets just because they have been told, hey, baba akisema twende kwa barabara tutaenda. I remember we were part of those demonstrations that used to happen every other Monday, Tear gas Monday. So ukiambiwa mnaenda kwa barabara, unauliza ni siku gani tu. Yeah, you don't know, bora baba amesema twende tunaenda, but that is all gone. And there are also people within that party who I would say they are silent, but they are negotiators. They don't talk much. You don't hear much of what they are really saying. But behind closed doors, they are very, very close to. They were very, very close to Baba and the party organs, and they could make decisions on behalf of the party. And Baba would give them a listening ear. So Raila held all those people together. I saw he held the radicals, he held the protesters, he held those people called men in black. You know, when you want to be kicked out, these people would be summoned and you're kicked out, and Raila will look the other side like nothing has happened. Like he never even knew about it, you know, the kicking out of people like Kina Margaret and everybody else. So there are those who have been wondering how ODM affairs were being managed. ODM affairs were being managed by one Raila Odinga who held it together. And this is the biggest problem, not through the ODM institutions and the party structures, but through his personal, I think I would call it authority. Yeah, that is what held ODM together. ODM did not solve any internal problems. It is Raila who solved the internal problems for For ODM, if there was any blame on the particular party, it is Raila who carried the blame on behalf of the members of ODM and ODM. If there was any negotiation, you would see Raila Odinga appearing with Uhuru Kenyatta, and having concluded the talks, you would only inform his members that this is what has been going on. So people, including his supporters, trusted him with every other bit of party affairs. So did he make mistakes? Yes, members felt that sometimes Baba made mistakes, but how did they console themselves? This is what they always say. Baba is always right, always right. Yani Baba anakuwa right wakati wote. So that's how ODM members consoled themselves. Like Baba anakuwa is always right. So that is what has been happening in the Orange Democratic movement, and we have seen that a lot. We have seen that a lot, and I wanted to play for you a video of. Let me see whether I can get it right now, so that we can watch what has been happening in the Orange Democratic movement. So when you see the crisis within the party, it is because the person who used to solve the crisis is no longer there. The person who was the authority in the party is not there to solve the problem. So Raila carried every one of them. Every one of them he carried them. And that is the reason why people are wondering, where do we go from here? Yeah, people are wondering, do we go from here? And for very long time, the weight fell on Raila Odinga's shoulder. So that day, he passed on, and to date, people are still mourning Baba. Let us watch a video in this particular segment where we have the ODM chairperson literally saying what many of us have been saying. Let's see, where is this particular video for? Okay, I think I got it, and let's see. No. I don't know, mwelekezi wangu bana. I'm not able to play this video. Why? Yes, can you play the video for us, please?
Viongozi wameweka bandia wanakutana kule na kule kuongea mambo ODM. Mambo ODM haitaongelezwa kwa hoteli. Mambo ODM inaenda kwa grassroots, watu waongee kwa mikutano, hakuna kuongea kwa matenda na kuweka kwa tii, wanakutana si wapi kuongea mambo ile hakuna. Sisi tunasema Dr. Oburu Odinga ndiye direction. Hakuna siku ODM ilikuwa na direction mbili.
Responding to the divisions, Dr. Oburu Odinga says he has chaired all broad-based government meetings and insists the era of backdoor engagements is over, noting that ODM will rely on structured and sanctioned negotiations to safeguard unity and bargaining power ahead of 2027.
I want to tell them that all the meetings of the broad-based arrangement with Ruto, the chairman has been this man called Oburu Odinga before you here. As we approach 2027, we are not going to get into a government through the back door. We are going to get in through the front door through a negotiated arrangement. But those who are saying that Oburu is not validly elected, I challenge them. If they say it is NDC, let us go with them to NDC. I will call it very soon.
The party has also announced plans to form a formal negotiation team. Energy Cabinet Secretary Opiyo Ndai has urged the invocation of Article 16 of the ODM Constitution to allow Dr. Oburu to lead talks and craft a pre-election coalition agreement.
I want to request you, Dr. Oburu, to invoke Article 16, Sub-Article 1F of the ODM Constitution and embark on serious negotiations on behalf of ODM with President William Ruto as leader of UDA.
This as President Ruto today held a meeting with members of the Siaya County Assembly. The president's press team saying the meeting focused on aligning national development programs with the county's priorities and identifying strategic investments to unlock Siaya's full development potential. Monene John reporting for TV47 Nairobi.
All right. Now you can, Brian. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. You need to step in here and we have a conversation. Asante sana, Brian, for tuning in so that we can have this conversation. But now you've seen Oburu Odinga there. You've seen also the CIA members of the county assembly going to State House, of course, to see the president without the governor, who is James Orengo. That is another faction that I told you earlier that has got this wing called the radical movement of the party that feel that the people should decide the direction of the movement or the political party. For them, they have already decided that they are going to work with William Samoei Ruto, following the death of Raila Odinga. There's to be no moral referee within the party. And the question is, can Oburu Odinga hold the party together? That is what many people are asking, is if this man, who is an 80-year-old, I don't know whether he's 83 or 84, can hold the Orange Democratic movement together. There are also questions about his election. He was not elected; he was selected to fill in the vacuum after Baba's death, but his legitimacy is already being challenged by more youthful leaders within the Orange Democratic family. So, and also members of Raila Odinga's family, including Raila's political daughter called Winnie Odinga. Winnie Odinga, I don't think he's supporting his uncle in full because Winnie commented that, it is only Baba who could hold the party together, or knew the relationship between him between the party and William Samoei Ruto. That is the broad-based government. But when you look at things the way they are, everyone claims Raila is claiming part of Raila's legacy. So what we are witnessing is not a debate. It is more of a leadership vacuum within the party that everybody is jostling to fill. Babu Owino is also claiming that is the legitimate and bona fide party leader to take control of the party after Raila Odinga. I don't know whether that is just Kenyan politics or it is just an empty or just empty words, to make his base happy. I don't know. It is you who will let us know whether the things that are being claimed by the pub. There was also this guy called Salah. Just imagine saying that he also had Baba's diary. So there are people who have been coming up and down claiming that Baba this, Baba that, Baba told me, Baba was with him in the last minute. You know, but I said that Mama, I heard Odinga speak, and indeed she spoke. And today, ODM is split into two clear camps. Faction one, those are called the survivalists, led by those who are interested in the broad-based arrangement or the broad-based government. These are led by people like Opio and John Mbadi, Gladys Wanga, Alias and Joe, and who else? Oburu himself, those are people who want to survive politically. They believe ODM must support William Ruto in 2027 to survive. I don't know whether you guys think that ODM needs UDA to survive, or is it the goodies that comes with the government? Their message to access power, their message of being close to power than being isolated. You know that this closeness to power, this faction led by the people I've mentioned, they feel more comfortable that when they're close to power, they are in a better place, having seen the development and the benefits that comes with being very, very close to power. Now, the other faction, these are, let's call them purists, people who speak their mind, people who feel that ODM has a chance to lead the country. These are Edwin Sifunas. These are the Amisis. These are the Winnie Odingas. These are the James Orengos of the political movement. They still argue that joining Ruto erases the soul of the party. They say it is better to lose an election than to lose your identity. I don't know whether you guys think that, by ODM joining William Ruto's government, they will lose the sole identity of the party. That's a food for thought. I mean, come to think of it, what role will ODM be doing within UDA? Will it be a party within a party, or what will what will shape the agenda of the old Orange Democratic Movement when they join government? Or is it a comfort zone that they want to be in? Or is it to avoid scrutiny? Because some of the leaders have been involved in corruption scandals. Is it a cover-up for the incompetence in the regions? By joining government and splashing government goodies, is it for cover-up, or what is it? What is it? It's kind of confusing. Is it just a distraction of their incompetency? So I feel that this fight is not really about William Ruto or Ruto is Ruto is just testing. What is the better word? Is I said that this fight is not about William Samoei Ruto. Then what is the real questions that we should ask people out there? Whether joining William with Samoei Ruto really strengthens the party, or is ODM a movement, or it is just a group of people right now who are looking for their own personal interest? Or is it a national party, as they have always claimed, running across the country to the borders outside the Republic of Kenya? Or is it a regional bargaining tool for the political elite? Is it they are using the party to bargain for positions in the government, and they are not moving with the base, the supporters of ODM? Are the supporters of ODM willing to move into that direction? Or do these leaders support the interest of the political base where they come from? Now, many people have said that a party without ideology will always rent itself to will always rent itself to whoever is in power. So if you are in a soccer team, if you are a supporter of this EPL teams, you know that the players are normally given out on loan to sharpen their skills so that they can win matches. So ODM is one of those players who they have been on the bench, or they have been playing for too long, but they can't win any trophy. So what does the team management decide? That okay, fine, let us give this player, let us give him on loan to another team, so that when they come back, they can be sharpened or be sold at a higher price to give them playing time. But this is not soccer. When you join government, you will not have a political playing field. You will not, the word ODM will be dead. You'll be talking like you are in government. Yeah, ODM's base was built on resistance. That is what ODM is all about. And resisting any government ideology. It was built to form government. Yeah, and not to compromise. But you cannot mobilize people using positions, using the pains that they have gone through, and then want to also govern them, silently. So that contradiction is now tearing the party apart. It is now tearing the party into two factions, as I had told you earlier. Those who want to join the broad-based government, and those who have been part of the struggle and believe that they still have a chance as a party, to win the presidency. There are those who feel that, okay, by joining William Ruto, we have got a chance beyond 2027 to win the presidency through a coalition with the Kalenjin community. Yeah, so that is what ODM feels like, but many people are seeing that this party is indeed on a free fall. Yani kanaenda kama kanateremka, ni kama punda inateremka na mzigo kwa mteremko. Now, the split faction that backs Ruto, while another claims that they are in the opposition, two factions within a party. One saying that they're in government, the other saying that they're in opposition and ready to form the government. I don't know whether that is a satellite party or what. I don't know. You tell me, viewers at home, whether this ODM is a satellite party. Now, ODM supports government to keep seats, but slowly fades like Kanu. Yeah, that is an opinion. Somebody has just written that ODM can decide to be in government and slowly fade out like Kanu and build a stronger base for William Ruto. Then that will be the end of ODM. Kanu has been fighting for many years for the rebirth of the political movement, and it is painful that Kanu has never been revived ever since the owner or the main founder of the political movement, President Daniel Arap Moi, who was holding the party together, died. And his sons could not revitalize the party. The people who were genuine there, people like Nick Salat and everybody else, they all faded, they all disappeared. Most of them have now joined UDA. Now, could this National Delegates Congress, could the National Delegates Congress elect new leadership and establish a clear ideology for the ODM party? I leave it to you out there to tell me whether that the National Delegates Congress that is coming, can they really do something to resolve the crisis within the Orange Democratic Movement? What do you think? Kuna uwezekano ya kuwa hii chama cha ODM will survive? What do you think back there? And as I said, that Mama Ida had to step in and talk to the warring factions. I have a clip that I will share with you, courtesy of NTV and Azimio. Please just watch and make your analysis about what really transpired in this particular meeting. I remember earlier in the week, Eddie Okech, the senator of Migori, wanted to, to remove Edwin Sifuna as the Secretary General for ODM. That didn't go well. So let us watch this clip and tell me what you think about.
It took the intervention of Raila Odinga to calm the situation and save Sifuna from being ousted from ODM party.
Today, Mama called me and she told me, Sifuna, you look like somebody who needs a hug. And I am eternally grateful, Mama, that I have come to your home and I've gotten that hug. It is to renew my spirit and my strength.
It is my wish that we can preserve the party in his honor as a matter of service to our country.
The once vibrant party that spoke in one accord has degenerated into factions, each pulling on its side, as the party leader Oburu watches helplessly with his critics, arguing that he has failed to be a uniting figure like his brother, while others arguing that due to his proximity to Ruto's administration, he is unable to provide leadership and steady the ship.
Let us approach the problems of the party by always asking ourselves, what would Baba do under these circumstances? I guess your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure Baba would tell us, let us sit down and talk.
Mama, I want to tell you, there is no one in ODM. It doesn't matter how many times, how badly you've insulted me. There is no one in ODM I will not sit down with.
It will be noted that Ida Odinga skipped celebrations organized by mining CS Hassan Joho in Mombasa to commemorate Raila Odinga's 81st birthday, opting to spend the day with Nairobi politicians led by Senator Ed Sifuna at her current residence in Nairobi. Conspicuously missing were politicians who are pro-broad-based government.
Cheers!
Family ties should only apply, for instance, if those family members are politicians and members of that political party. So Mama Ida Odinga rightfully belongs to ODM party as a member, and therefore she has got a voice. Winnie Odinga is a member of ODM, belongs to that party, and therefore has a voice as a politician and a member of that party. And therefore they should not be estranged from ODM, but in their respective positions as politicians and members of that party.
I think Ida Odinga's hand should be everywhere there quietly. Because in my opinion, even when Raila was alive, she was running, she was doing policies in behind. So her hand is there.
According to political analysts, it is high time that Ida Odinga calls the ODM party leadership order before the 20-year-old ship sinks.
It's possible that she's the one who is intervening, but this is how to intervene if you want to sustain the party. You simply go back to the founding principles of the party. The people she should be removing are those in government, so they can stay in government properly. They can join UNDA, okay, if she wants the survival of the party. But preventing them from removing Agnes Puna, that does not eliminate the contradiction.
One of the critical reasons why ODM continues possibly to suffer the challenges it is presently going through is that there was no clarity of a succession plan for Raila Odinga. And I think this could have been maybe a strategy on the part of Raila Odinga himself, but there was no heir apparent.
The daughter of the late Odinga, Winnie Odinga, is already on record opposing the broad-based arrangement, stating that the purpose of any political party is to capture power. Hence the need for ODM party to field a presidential candidate come 2027. Chris Dairo, KTN.
Well, you heard it. I mean, that is what we've been talking about, that there was no proper political structure after Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga was everything in that movement. He was carrying every other burden. And in terms of crisis, he was the final word. They will all be meeting, but at the end of the day, it is Baba who said that this would say that this is the direction that we are going to take on this particular matter. So no matter who you are, it is Raila Odinga who used to call the shots in ODM. So you cannot mourn Raila publicly while betraying his principles privately. Kenya does not need another party addicted to power. Yeah. So this addiction to power, like we must be in government, that is where the problem is. And that guy put it very, very clearly, that speaker, and he said that the people who should get out of the Orange Democratic Movement and should not even be commenting on the issues of the party are those who are in government. People like Wandai, people like John Mbadi. These are people who are now public servants. They ceased to be members of the Orange Democratic Movement a long time ago, and they should let go the party. People like Ali Hassan Joe still still warming up to be I don't know what within the political movement. These are now public servants. They are ministers in William Ruto's government, and I feel that with all decency, they should keep off the wrangles within ODM, because I feel strongly that they are a part of the people who are fueling these wrangles within the party. So let the founder members of the party, ODM, just leave work. If you have been given work, Mr. Wandai, make sure that you work for the people of Kenya. Forget about being in the broad-based government, and really reminding us each and every time that you are in the broad-based government by default. You are in the broad-based government because you merit to be in those particular positions. And if they were negotiated for, then you are lucky. Other Kenyans would be occupying those positions. They could be Luos occupying those positions, or any other tribe. But work for the people of Kenya. If you are given an opportunity as a minister, work for the entire Republic of Kenya, and let us not be seen as people who are working for our region. I know Kenya we are very, very tribal, even in anything that we want to do. So Raila Odinga is gone. So ODM should now grow into another. It should now grow up, move on without Baba. I think they keep on dragging his name every other particular place. They should now move on, find a new path, or let Baba rest in peace. Let this day rest in peace. Otherwise, every other minute it is about him. It's about what Baba left us. It's about why Baba left. It's about this, that. I feel people are tired. People are getting tired with these stories of each and every day being reminded to them that hey, tuliwachwa hapa, sisi kama mayatima tuliwachwa na baba yetu, sasa ni William Ruto. And as I said, this fight is not about William Ruto. Ruto is just the test. The real question is ODM a movement? Is it a movement that can really capture power in 2027 and beyond? And do you think that ODM party, if it is the government, will be able to capture power after 2027, that is 2032 and beyond? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think ODM will merge into UDA. And if they continue like this with these wrangles, there will be that two factions that we mentioned. Those who are interested in the broad-based government will join UDA and merge with UDA. If they are going to be kicked out of the party, which I don't foresee them being kicked out of the party, because they have also numbers. It will mean that they will form a new identity that will join William Ruto. But I feel that some of them are already in warming up to join the government. If these issues continue, if the wrangles continue, then they will just pack and join government and come back in 2027 to fight it out with the ODM members in various capacities, be it at constituency level, at county level, at the ward level. You know, they will fight it out with members of ODM party. If they feel that that they must give William Ruto support, and the owners of ODM, that is Mama Ida and the family, they want to go a different direction, then of course they will move out or form another political movement. I know political parties are there. There are many briefcase parties that people are just waiting to sell to these warring factions. If right now you can form ODM Asili and all those kind of political names that are floated, then somebody will give you some good money, millions of shillings to your briefcase party. So there will be a lot of drama in coming days. I can predict, just like I said, that Mama Ida needs to come out and put this house in order. There's nobody who knew Raila's diary like the wife. She's been there, and all of ODM supporters know that she's always been a part of the ODM machine that elected leaders, some very unpopular in many constituencies that are represented by ODM candidates. So she has been the machine behind ODM. She has been the machine behind ODM's popularity. She has also been a machine that some people didn't like being told to vote in a certain direction or vote for particular leaders. So that has been the problem. But you viewers at home, what you must understand also is that William Samoei Ruto was a member of ODM. He understands this party more than even myself or any other person. He understands this party because he has been there. He knows that these leaders are selected. He knows that very, very well. It's not that he doesn't know. He knows that these leaders are also looking for political survival. If we have had time today, we would look into what transpired in Central when William Ruto went there. people will be surprised. People will be surprised. A few months ago, I said that people in ODM, they are already fixated with one person called Gashagwa. they are only the only reason why they are joining Ruto is because they dislike the Kikuyu community, or they dislike one person called Gashagwa. And the other reason why the Kikuyu supported William Ruto, some Kikuyu supported William Ruto because they disliked Raila Odinga as a person. So this hatred and the division within the Luo community and the Kikuyu community. So William Ruto is the beneficiary of this division. Is the sole beneficiary. Either way, he's going to benefit. Now, I don't know whether these fellows who are now in the broad-based or warming up to join the broad-based government, whether they will my mic is on mute. I have you people who are in the broad-based movement or warming up to be in the broad-based government, since you hate Gachagua so much, suppose William Ruto and Gachagua start working tomorrow, and will you run away and say that pana, we are only joining, we are now not going to work with William Ruto because Gachagua has joined William Ruto? So where will you be going? So some political promises and principles are very hard to keep. So that is why politics is all about, sometimes it's all about lies and political nonsense. And I don't know how you look at politics in Kenya sometimes. We pia unashangaa yani. Now, William Ruto said that Gashagwa can still work with the government. Aha. Sasa basi. Those who are warming up. Now, the other side, they were warming up for, I don't know, the deputy president's position, things like that. At the same time, look at the contradiction. That we want our shares in government. That was a very big contradiction of what Gachagua said. Hii mambo ya shares. And people were mad, running up and down. No. But now, before we negotiate with William Ruto as the broad base, we have to have clear understanding of how we are going to share government. Of how we are going to share government. The sharing government is positions. What is the difference between what Gachagua was saying and what you are saying now? There's no difference. Now, this Gachagua, I feel I've been itching to comment about this issue of national schools. And I know you guys out there pia have been also wamekuwa wakikerwa, wengine wanasema ni sawa. Now, the issue of national school came up the other day, and Gachagua said that the Kikuyus in Central should be given higher percentage when it comes to enrollment in schools within Central. Remember, I think there are more than 3 national schools in Central Kenya, and the Kikuyus should be given the first priority when it comes to enrollment in those schools. And one clear reason is that they were saying that they have invested in those schools. The members of parliament have put money into those schools. They have invested a lot, but they are national now schools, and they should give priority to candidates who have passed well within those regions. Now, the beauty about this statement is this: it makes other real leaders from other regions realize that you can invest in schools in your regions, because each and every region has got national schools. I don't know if it's Matiang'i who was dishing out national schools in various regions. Invest in those schools which are national schools, so that they can be the standards of Alliance, Mangu, and the national schools in Central. I don't know, when is the last time you had your area MP investing on, for example, Kisii High School, or the area MP investing on Oma Bay High School, and under the leadership around that particular region of Oma Bay coming together and saying that Mita High School is a national school. Let us build more classrooms. Let us make sure that they have got clean water. Let us make sure they have got piped water. Let us make sure that they have got cabro. Let us make sure that the school is decent, and let us make sure that they have got the best teachers who are coming from the region. When did you hear, lastly, your leaders talking like that? If you come from Northeasterns, for instance, Northeastern has got one national school I know of. It's called Garbatula. It was a very good school, performing just to the standards of Alliance and everybody else. But when is the last time you had leaders from the Somali community, or or the Samburu, people who come from those northeastern regions, invest on that particular school, when they don't invest in these schools? Instead, unasikia wameangusha ghorofa kule wapi wapi, yeah. So that is, and then when their students perform, due to, I don't know what they call you, we used to call it that regional balance, that some students have to come from these areas like northeastern with low marks and join uh, alliance. That is where the problem is. I believe that you should learn within your area code. If you come from county 47, make sure that the counties within counties 47 have got very good schools, very, very good schools, so that we don't allow our students to go very, very far. If there are boarding schools, or day schools that are within your region, make sure that they also have secondary schools that are very, very good and well equipped. 200 million annually for every other MP is good enough to build very nice schools within the locality. CDF is just being mismanaged. If it is managed properly, you could have schools like the ones we have in Central. You could be doing something Nini Nyoro is doing in his constituency. I know that one will bring a lot of controversy. At your Ndiri Nyoro used to work in park and all that. Rubbish. Go and see what the Nyali MP has done. You know, it doesn't work in PSC. Nyali MP Mohammed Ali, very, very quiet, but the kind of development that is doing in that particular area is magnificent. They are example. There are this guy who keeps on shouting na watu wanamwita hata anavuta bangi sijui nani nani, Peter Salasia. Look at what this one time first time MP is doing, is build schools more than somebody who has been in parliament for more than a decade. Hmm? more than 3 terms, and you cannot build a school from the ground. Natuone. So these are some of the things that we need to be talking about: incompetency in leadership, corruptions that are happening in the county, and the county leaders should not seek refuge within the Ruto government. If they are corrupt, William Ruto, don't absorb people who are corrupt within your government. Otherwise, thank you very much for tuning in. Brian Bichanga, asante sana. Daniel English, asante sana. Good year. Thank you very much for tuning in. Those who are giving me company. This has been Kama Kawaida Mzalendo, and the program is 60 minutes. We look into what is really affecting our politics in Kenya, and of course the main issues. And as usual, I told you, if you're watching us from the Mtembei TV X page, thank you for tuning in, and make sure that you have subscribed to Afrique 24. Afrique 24 will be bringing for you all these political analysis, how we feel, what we feel should be done by the government. If the government is doing mainstream media cannot give you, we will make sure that we give it to you here on Afrique 24. Uh, make this your home. Feel free to join our conversation each and every time that we have this daily conversation, the popular conversation by Brian Bichanga, that comes here on every other day. Today, Brian Bichanga was not honorable. Mheshimiwa inakaa alikuwa na homa kidogo, he could not join us in the studio, but I know later on in the evening he will be analyzing what is making headlines in the political scene. So we have discussed a lot, and I know you have learned so much. Thank you for watching Afrique. If you're joining us from any other platform, make sure that you subscribe to Afrique 24 on YouTube and follow us on our social media pages. Otherwise, guys, please stay connected and make Afrique 24 your number one YouTube talk channel.